Hello guys, how are you doing? The second last day before we hit the 2025. Um, yeah, 2 days until we enter a new year, and this will be a Twitter recap just to see what I have reposted it for the past few days here, basically, and also some charts. And yeah, it hasn't been, the most active period both for me, but also for, basically most people celebrating Christmas and all that very important stuff. Be together with the families and all that. So, also again, I hope you come safely into the next, into 2025. And yeah, let's check out some charts here from Twitter. And as I've always been saying, the people that I follow for various reasons. They each have their own techniques, but if you are an X, definitely go follow them. This is me here with Bitcoin on the monthly. Look at that candle there. Again, we have 1 day, 2 days actually, left still, but that is not, the best looking candle. Again, it's not the end of the world, but this could be, the start of something, more downside-ish. And And yeah, let's see. Again, as long as we basically have this bullish candle here, as long as we don't close below that, I think everything is totally fine. We could see a move all the way down to this breakout flag here, down to like, $70,000 for Bitcoin. A huge retest of that would be totally by the books. And anything lower than that, and things looks, yeah, not the best here. GDX trader with the weekly chart on URNM. And you can see here that, again, we have support from 2023 all the way up to here. Doji candle here on the weekly. You know, tax loss selling season is over. Hopefully, we will see some buying here because the past last week was okay, but the 2 weeks prior to that, very, very iffy. A lot of downward. I think we're down like 10-15%. So a huge sell-off there in the URNM. We have here again here with the GDX trader BKR. Look, a beautiful setup here again, massive breakout, retesting within a flag. Again, you buy here at roughly $40, small, plus minus, um, or wait for the flag to break out. Have your stop loss below. Again, you basically want to take these kind of setups here, every single day of the week. And this is the weekly, so this is long term. Beautiful, beautiful technical setup there. K Kern here with the SPX. You can see we have this uptrend here. And again, we're kind of like, trending sideways, potentially a topping pattern here, inverted head and shoulders. Huge gap down here, again, on the day that Trump won the election. I'm very confident that that is getting filled. It's a new, it is basically a new gap fill. They happen almost always. But if that happens, we will also trigger the measured move, which is down to like here on the SPX from that topping pattern there. So let's see which way it takes us. But right now, you can see here, it has been trending way above the 200-day moving average. Just again, pulled back with higher highs and higher lows. So beautiful uptrend. This is Callum here. Yes, gold has broken out. Indeed, it did. Beautiful breakout there at the start of 2024. Man, 2024, it feels like it was yesterday that gold broke out. And here we are, I don't know, 8 months later. And that is good, yeah, bullish. But until it breaks out versus the 60-40 portfolio, we haven't seen nothing yet. And that is a very good point, actually. Again, look what happened the past 2 times that happened. I mean, we have broken actually the 2011 to 2020 highs here, so the downtrend is broken. Going sideways now if we start to move to the upside and outperforming. Gold, basically from 2003 until 11, went up like 8x, I think. Same thing over here. I can't remember the exact percentages, but was a massive move for gold from like 50 to 800. So yeah, when that happens, because I'm very confident in that call, gold is going to go much higher. And yeah, Jake here with the mystery chart, bullish or bearish. Again, I like these little quizzes here because you can also invert these if you wanted to. But uh, but yeah, this could be, like a head and shoulders pattern going on here, with the neckline being up here, this zone you can say, and also you have a little bit of a downtrend break here, down sideways, trying to curl up again. So the crypto sniper Francis Hunt here with a setup that I'm also following on Bitcoin. I have drawn mine a tad differently, but again, the same theory behind it basically having a topping pattern, head and shoulders, with a move down. I have it down to like 78. Again, I think again the theory behind it is the same. When and if we start to trade below, 70, excuse me, 92 is my case here, but his is, 93. Again, tomato, tomato, it doesn't really matter. But again, we could see a move all the way down to below 80K. And I think that if that happens, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a complete retest of that flag breakout that we had, down at roughly, I think it's 70K or so. Um, Maybe anywhere between 74 and 70K. And here with commodity, this is various, currency exchange rates here. So this is the Brazilian divided by the USD. So again, we have the wedge pattern break here, three big impulses, but it seems like it wants to roll over. Again, it really needs to get going here. Otherwise, we're having a complete dump. If you have, the first impulse, second, third, and you get the fourth, that is usually where you are basically collapsing, meaning every, bull in this currency pair, they are getting wiped out. Um, we have the Canadian here, which is also same thing here with the CAD USD, basically the first impulse, second. I would say we still haven't made the third yet here, potentially. Again, if we start to come below the lows here, we're definitely having the third from over here. Um, so yeah, you can see here the USD is really strong. Same thing here against the USD. Um, you can see we're hanging here by a thread. If we don't hold here, I would expect us to go at least down to 0.55, unless we can clear it to the upside. But again, the past three weekly candles, very heavy to the downside, basically taking out roughly the entire, uh, the past 2 years, excuse me, the past 3 months actually, basically taking out the range of the past 2 years. So heavy downtrend also short term and long term. British pound here looks a little bit better, I will say. However, again, this also looks one of those where you kind of, I think it's a false breakout here. We're gonna trade below these four impulses, these four lows here, and go lower. Um, I think the dollar will be strong here in the near term, but ultimately it will, go a tad lower than we are today. So also here with finding value finance, Andy here, also a something that I've been following. Again, the US divided by the US 10-year divided by the US 2-year. Again, you can see these rounding bottoms here. Again, that is just before the big dot-com bubble, before '08. Here we have it again, the repo crisis leading into CV19, and then again you have the same thing here again, basically uninverting. And as soon as we start to really climb it here, what will be the name of the next crisis, right? So it is coming. It is coming. Gold here with the DJI, that is the Dow Jones divided by gold. Um, the 2000 highs over here, all the way down. And again, um, you can see here that, again, we are sitting below the trend line here. A break above here, meaning that the Dow Jones will become in favor. And Obviously, right now that is still resistance until proven otherwise. But you can also take the lows here, or the highs in gold, but the lows in this ratio, and you can see we have broken that trend line as well. So it seems like we're rolling over also with the lower high here, excuse me, lower low. And yeah, let's see if we are making a lower high here and we start to come down. This also to me looks a little bit toppy, right? This whole the past 8 years, 8 years, 10 years worth of price action. But yeah, let's see which way it goes. Ultimately, a breakdown for gold or breakout for gold will be huge, a big win for gold. Coal here, a setup that I followed for like at least a year, waiting to break these highs up here, and then we started to form the lower. So that was the wedge that I was looking at, and we broke down here, starting to huck the weekly Bollinger Band. I hoped it would have been to the upside, of course, but we are hucking it now. Extremely bearish outlook as we speak for coal. It had good opportunities, but again, it moved in the direction that we didn't want to see. So there's nothing for me right now here, at least for coal. Hucking the weekly Bollinger Band after a 1 year pinch pattern here, that is never good. So sugar here, the past few months had this bull flag here. It failed, and now I think we're going to come down here to the lower side again, the lower trend line of that overall channel here. So failed bull flag. Again, from failed setups usually comes a somewhat of a quick move to the other side. When you have a bullish setup that fails, you need. I mean, some of the bulls are gonna have to cover. And here we have, last but not least, we have wheat. Long-term chart, you can see the lows here rising up, major low, major low. I'm very confident that we're going to see a rounding type-ish bottom here, breaking down from that very steep resistance, yeah. But we're going to come very slowly here, and I think over the next 2-3 years, we could actually see us getting all the way up to here again if things are getting really crazy. So wheat prices here, I think, is bottoming out. Obviously, if we start to come below the blue line there, that is, again, very bearish for wheat. But I wouldn't expect that, but we shall see. Last but not least, I'll take one more cattle here. Very bullish. You can see the 2020 lows here. Huge rally. Continuation pattern up here, consolidating. Breakout, retesting as we speak, making a weekly green candle here. Looks really bullish for cattle. So your beef or your steak on the grill will be a lot more expensive if we actually start to move up here. It could easily double, over the next 18 months or so, easily. You can basically measure that one to there, add it on top, and you have at least 50% more cost for the steaks. So that is all, guys, that I had for you here today. Again, if we don't get in touch, before New Year's Eve, have a great New Year's Eve, and come safely into the next year, guys. And yeah, cheers, guys. Bye.